You tuned into the 7-Day Theory. Hard body, hard spirit.
We here today officially announce the filing of our $100 million lawsuit against the United States government, the FBI, the CIA, and the NYPD, who we believe all conspired to assassinate Malcom X. Over the last 3 years, every day, every week, every month, we have been unearthing new evidence, evidence of people never having spoken before about what they witnessed during those turbulent times in the 1960s.
Into the 7-Day Theory, hard body, hard spirit, and check this. Yesterday on November 15th, they just made a press conference announcing that Malcom X's family, represented by Benjamin Crump, is suing the U.S., the FBI, the CIA, NYPD for the murder and plot and conspiracy to kill Malcom X. Malcom X was murdered on February 21st, 1965. It's been next year to make it 60 years that he's been gone. And blessings to him and his family. He also made, if y'all don't know, the famous Malcom X movie that Denzel Washington played Malcom X, where that was one of his biggest roles that put him into superstardom. That was in '94, that Malcom X movie. But they're announcing the family is suing FBI, CIA, the NYPD, and more for $100 million. I think this is a long time coming. I think they should have been did this. I don't know if they filed before or if this is the first time they've been filing, but Malcom X, he is one of the greatest revolutionaries and activists to ever grace this planet. I read Malcom X's autobiography when I was, I think, 17. Is one of the first autobiographies I read was Malcom X autobiography, and it changed my life. The way this man thought, his actions, his words, the way this man spoke, it was just genius, pure genius. He was a civil rights leader. Him and Malcom X, they had different views. Him and Martin Luther King, had different views, but they were all fighting for the same cause, for equality, for them and their people, and our people, the black people. Back then, there was the Jim Crow laws. Black students wasn't allowed to go to school. White students wasn't allowed to drink out of the same water fountain. Wasn't allowed to go to white restaurants. And they was fighting to make America what it's supposed to be, equal to all men, which it was not at all. And Malcom X was a big, huge part of making that change in America for equality for our people. When they made the Declaration of Independence, the Bill of Rights, and when they created these things, all men are created equal. There were men, millions of men, hundreds of thousands of men that were enslaved at the time that they're writing down the laws and the codes for this nation, talking about all men are created equal. But meanwhile, while they're making these documents and creating this new nation, America, our people are enslaved. Our people are enslaved, and it wasn't until the 16th president in the Civil War where that all changed. And even though we was free, we was still not equal for years and years, up until the civil rights movement and all the work that Martin Luther King did, Malcom X, all the great civil rights leaders. We didn't get equality until then, and we still fighting for equality. Really, it's still people that are out here that still have this mind frame, this old mentality of because that they're going to judge somebody from the color just for the color of their skin. Something that we are, like a white person judging a black person just because they're black and judging them and thinking all these negative stereotypes about them just because we was born a certain race or a certain color makes no sense to me at all. The people that are trying to oppress and be racist towards black people, they didn't know they was gonna be white when they was born. They didn't have no choice. They were just born white. and we didn't have no choice how we was born. What we don't get to choose. I'm gonna be when I'm born, I'm gonna be white, or when I'm born, I'm gonna be black. We don't get to choose. So all this, we're all humans at the end of the day. I don't get, man. I'm all for judge a man by his character, his actions, and his words. That's what a man and a woman should be judged for, not because of the color of their skin. Like, that makes no sense to me at all. I hope that the family gets this settlement. They just announced this yesterday on November 15th. I think it should have been done a long time ago. If y'all don't know, the man who just spoke, Benjamin Crump, he said that they had new witnesses and testimonies that people are coming forward that never talked before. For those who don't know, the CIA and the NYPD and probably the FBI, they infiltrated the Nation of Islam, I believe it was, or whatever movement that Malcolm X was in at that time. They infiltrated. They had covert people infiltrate those systems and those organizations, and they had people on the inside that were trying to. The cops, the people that were infiltrating, were the ones that were trying to push for all of this violence toward and doing these terroristic acts. They were the ones pushing for it. The ones that are supposed to be the law of the nation were the ones that were infiltrating and pushing for and ultimately murdered and conspired to murder Malcolm X. People have been known about this. It's been known. Like I said, they made a movie about this. Benjamin Crump, that lawyer that just spoke, he represented George Floyd's family, and George Floyd, he represented Trayvon Martin, very famous lawyer, very famous black civil rights activist lawyer. So yeah, let me know what y'all think. Like, comment, share, subscribe. God bless the Malcolm X and his family. 7 Day. I'm out.